Hey, buddy, it's Victor. It's time to lead run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Thursday is going off to a great start. It's finally starting to warm up a little bit outside, thankfully, so you don't have to worry about me talking about the weather outside again. I know it's still frightful for some of us, but hey, you know what? Things are getting better. So here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Jaker M, or Jacker M, or Yacker M. Title thread was Delicious Nothing Burger. Yes, indeed. Sin when he gets a static boss drop. Yep. That is, for some reason, he just posted just 2 buns without anything in between there, so that's what a nothing burger would be. Thank you very much, Jaker M, and everyone who upvoted that one. Remember, submit your own memes of the day on the Invicta subreddit. Today's going to be Juliet, Quebec, November, 6 Lima, November, Quebec. That's a lot of Novembers and Quebecs here. We're starting with the Holy Mantle. Oh, my goodness. God-awful movement speed, though, and Monster Manuel, which we're just going to use right now and get turned into Freezer Baby. But man, oh man, this movement speed, we just got done talking about how important mobility is in Isaac and, being able to successfully navigate through a room without taking any damage or by getting hit like that. Yeah, the Stonies are always going to be a problem when you've got bad movement speed like we do here. And the fact that, they're just blocking for all these mobs also kind of compounds the issue. As far as Monster Manuel goes, it's going to give us a summoned familiar of complete randomness. We don't know who it's going to be, obviously, but, Frozen Baby's pretty good. Getting that freeze early on here is not only great for crowd control, but also good for damage. As you see, well, it kind of missed right there, but if you can end up freezing something, you usually, there we go, you can usually get the chain reaction to go off like that, and then you can shove stuff and shoot stuff, and then it's just going to kind of splinter off and do its own thing and deal. It's just extra damage, it's supplementary damage. But the biggest thing to worry about right now, obviously, is going to be our lack of movement speed. 0.88 is just god-awful. Our tears rate is also not very good. In fact, none of our stats are really all that great, come to think of it. The only thing that even it looks remotely okay is our shot speed, and that's it's not a good start. Not a good start. Not a good sign for a start of a run. However, of course, if there is one thing to praise, it is going to be the fact that we have the Holy Mantle. And the Holy Mantle is going to be absolutely huge in keeping us alive early on. It's Sci-Fly. Okay, we'll get down with Sci-Fly. At least Monster Manuel can... Manuel. At least that can give us some extra items that we normally wouldn't be getting right now. Or at least during... I don't want to say normally be getting right now, just the quantity of familiars that we're going to be getting here. They're like extra little bonus items that we can have. So check out our first item room here, and yep. Rather have Monster Manual, thank you very much. Although I will say that, Lemonade, it's not good. Trust me, it's not good. But if you happen to get an opportunity to use it on a boss that doesn't really move all that much, then it can be very good. It does last on the ground for a long time. That's probably the nicest thing I can say about that. So there's that. Mythical Razors wouldn't be too bad. That would at least allow us to reset the Holy Mantle pretty much on command, which is might be beneficial. It's not like we're playing the Lost right now, so it's not hugely important. It's just getting just pure stats, but Big Bomb there could also secure us 2 cents and also a Soul Heart, possibly, or more. The Holy Mantle is going to block 1 shot, by the way, in case of those of you who didn't know what it did. It's considered one of the top tier best defensive items in the entire game. Trying to get a little cheeky damage here with Sci-Fly. And then that's bad news for Dingle because he just summoned a bunch of ads that we can freeze, and then we can also hit him with it. So it's just a little, again, it's like supplementary DPS, It's not going to really do a whole lot, but hey, any little bit helps, especially when our damage from Isaac overall is just so low. An old bandage. Now, the thing is that there is also a sacrifice room that we've not gone into yet, but old bandage potentially could keep us going for a little bit. If and only if we end up getting another heart container, which is unlikely. Hoping that we get a bomb here or a penny, really anything would be good. Say almost anything. The secret room's there. I wonder if we should go for the secret room. I think for potential sake, we should try to go for this play here. I wouldn't be able to do that again if I tried. Literally hit everything but the one singular rock that we were trying to hit. That takes talents, ladies and gentlemen. That's just my God-given talent right there. Is quite spectacular. All right, was it worth it? Not really. We did get 2 bombs, so I mean, we can go into the super secret room, I guess. Yeah, we get another soul heart here. I'm gonna. We could save this bomb. I don't really want to spend a bomb to get a key here, especially if it's our only bomb. We might have a better opportunity on the next floor. Should have gone into the other door though. By other door, I mean the ones that go to alt path, because we had a golden key. There was no reason not to, so. No, I will not get baited into this. Well, it doesn't matter. We don't have a key anyway, so. Joke's on me. Mongo Baby's a bro. Absolutely fine with Mongo Baby. So there might be an opportunity for us to bomb our way into the curse room here. It's hard to tell. Also, maybe in this shop, but the thing is that we've already been in the curse room, so we know that we have nothing in there, and the shop, we don't have enough money to buy anything anyway, so yeah. We would basically just be purely looking for the secret room just for money purposes, or possibly maybe even a secret room item. Would be kind of cool. So I'm gonna attempt to see if there's a secret room here. Yeah, it wasn't very likely. Would have been nice if we had just gone in there and got a little bit of extra money. So just looking for Yave so we can get into the item room and we find our devil deal. One thing we are going to be flush with early on, and because of the Holy Mantle, is going to be HP. And that is due to the fact that we are not going to be taking a whole lot of damage, as it does require us to take 2 hits in the same room, which is, I mean, admittedly, the game has a much higher chance of doing it on a run like this with our bad mobility versus like a normal run. But it's still unlikely that I'm going to get hit more than once. We get little Steven, and I do want Jello. We'll take Jello, and I will also take Contract from Below. Secret room is I'm pretty sure it can't be there. Let's go back here. So again, Jello just kind of, yeah, it can't be there. Jello just kind of fills the niche that we need of just more damage. Wow, this is a very odd secret room placement if it's not readily obvious. We do get Contract from Below to pay us out with 2 keys, though. The heck is the secret room? It's got to be north of there, or could be here. I don't think it could be below the item room, could it? Yeah, it's actually there. Okay. I should have looked there. We get a strength card here, which is not going to help us immediately. You can save a key by going into the item room this way, and we will not be taking that horrible item, so I'm glad we didn't waste a key on that. Speaking of static spawns, by the way, yes, I did see that game. It's very funny. Thank you for once again having life imitate art there by giving us a static spawn after a static spawn meme of the day. We lose Mongo Baby here, but we gained Jello, of course. Jello, the new hotness. He's here to help out and basically just fill whatever role we need him to fill. In this case, we need him for DPS and lots of it, because so far we've not getting any stat ups at all. And thank goodness we have the Holy Mantle as well. But going into our first little mid-game, our first little mid-game area, Jello is going to help us out and be pretty much instrumental in getting us through this mid-game. Especially without any tier effects, he's just an extra. It's just an extra body firing tiers, just like much like Little Steven, which is why I don't really mind Little Steven that much under certain conditions. Okay. Probably didn't need to use 2 Jellos here, but I just wanted to. Double ace of clubs, so this could potentially give us a lot of bombs. Assuming that we, like, you know, go into a room that we can reach the enemies. That's fine. 3 bombs here. We can go back, get the other ace of clubs, and do the same thing in a different room. I do want the strength card just in case if we end up getting a double deal. Which is unlikely, but it is possible. Secret room's probably south of there. It's hard for me to tell without seeing this wall here. Yeah, it's definitely there. All right. I'm gonna try to split one of the other spiders here. There we go. There we go. Now that is some bomb economy right there. Beautiful. It worked out pretty much down to the T of what I wanted it to do. So, okay, so we're flush with bombs now, which is good. We can use them for offense. We can obviously use them for getting into secret rooms and breaking up tinted rocks, that sort of thing. But more importantly, we kind of future-proofed the rest of this run. Well, the immediate future-proofing, anyway, of this run, because now this allows us to carry on these bombs and go off to, you know, the next rooms, not have to worry about them. I'm gonna use Bercano. We have a full charge of Jello. Let's go fight the Double Trouble boss now and hope that we get some kind of stat up. Just any kind of stat up. Movement speed would be preferable. I also forgot to go back and get the strength card, so good on me. Double red Dingle is kind of terrifying because they all charge. Both of them charge more often than not. More often than usual Dingles. Obviously, we're going to be looking for car battery. We're going to be looking for 4.5 volts. That's the biggest one here for Jello. A bit of an extra. Yeah, okay. We're just going to just keep getting lit up, I guess, from Dingle. And if you ever wanted to see the importance of movement speed, right there. That is ridiculous. Wow. Okay, so I've now transitioned into I'm just starting to get mad at our lack of stat ups, although we did just get Magic Mush, which is great, but apology not accepted because that was ridiculous. Not only did you have the extra little schmoove there from the bottom Dingle, but then the one charging us from the top of the room is certainly something, game. So no, apology not accepted. Reject your apology and take your Magic Mush as collateral. Getting multi-activation here on Jello is going to be I mean, it's going to be a luxury. It's not priority. Priority right now is still just getting more stats. Getting a Tears Up upgrade. Obviously, Magic Mush does give us a movement speed upgrade, but it's not enough. I mean, even after a Magic Mush, our movement speed after the upgrade is only 1.18. And we've started Eden runs with faster movement speed than that. I'm going to take a swing here for Mini Mush. That would be nice. And little Steven just kind of helping us out a little bit. No pun intended there. And a greed fight. Let's have the Locust of Pestilence, which is where that poison fly came from, by the way. You get a double Eternal Heart drop courtesy of a Contract from Below, which is a very nice Nicely timed HP upgrade for this potential devil deal. And I could have gone back and gotten the strength card, but I was so tilted from the triple dingle hit that I didn't care at that point. So secret room might be there. Yeah, once we really start getting rolling here with this tiers rate, we'll be a lot happier. I think at this point I would take a tiers rate upgrade for the rest of the run instead of the movement speed upgrades. With Magic Mush, now we have a damage multiplier that's going to help us out greatly. What do I do in this room here? Call upon our good buddy Jello to help us out. Now the Empress card will give us two additional HP containers, which we can use for the devil deal. So it's something to keep in mind there. As we get a whole bunch of HP in here. So now would be a great time for a sack room if we can find one. As I was saying, the reverse Empress card gives us +2 HP containers, which is a second. Well, actually, we should use it now because it might have a HP upgrade in it. And it does. We went to the clear opposite end of the map. Which is kind of the reason why I wanted to just go fight the boss now, but oh well. Couple bombs here. Man, oh man. Contract from below is kicking butt right now. Grab that other Empress card so we can use the Empress card against the boss or save it for the devil deal. Honestly, I think taking the other reverse moon card would be beneficial to us on the next floor. Just getting a second guaranteed like ultra secret room is potentially huge because of those red items in there. We get damage and movement speed. And D-Bizzle along with the missing page number 2. We get another movement speed upgrade, okay? Caffeine pills can give us size down, which helps us counteract the size up that we got from Magic Mush. And then honestly, I think we go with the reverse moon card here. Let D-Bizzle go ham in the womb room. We'll head on down. And Curse of the Lost. And a Plan C. All right. So at least very happy to have the movement speed back to where we need to be now. So movement speed is now sorted. Now we need tiers. Tiers rate upgrade becomes the biggest beneficial stat upgrade that we can get for the rest of this run. Polydactyl is kind of whatever. I cannot believe that didn't hit. We had some pretty insane bomb explosions in this run so far. Some near misses. Luckily for us, we go to the shop here, and I'm going to roll hard for car battery or 4.5 volt. Nuns Have It also kind of works. So if we do take damage, at least we will have the ability to recharge Jello pretty quickly. Their HP upgrade, and D-Bizzle still has not paid out with a Soul Heart. Okay, so we got fortunate enough to not really get too lost on the last floor. We actually still have an outside shot at making boss rush, if you can believe it, assuming we can, like, you know, kill the skull here. So it's a really, really outside shot. I actually thought we were super behind on time, but I was incorrect on that. So if we hurry, we might be able to get boss rush, and if we have to get lucky, which I don't know who you think you're watching, but that's not our MO around here. This is what exactly has to happen. We would have to run into the tinted skull and also be going in the right direction for Mom in order for us to make this boss rush in less than a minute and a half. First card, really hope that was a full card. See the schmooving going on there from Little Steven's shots. And this is going to be our last hurrah, so no. No tinted skull, unfortunately. We really, 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 really hurry, we might be able to get it. It also could be in the item room, which would be very cruel. Our tears rate is so awful right now. It feels a lot slower than 2.39, like it really does. Yeah, that's the boss rush dream over, unfortunately. It was close. It was definitely close. We had a chance of making it. Wow. And yep, it's literally in the last possible room we could have gone to, so. All right. Bizzle continuing to slay over there. Thank you, D-Bizzle. That's double cardio coins. Grab these. Okay, up to 17 cents. We also have a vault here, which we have a golden key for. And let's go check what's in here. Mercifully, thankfully, we do get a nice tears up here with the wire coat hanger. Entirely sure where our secret room is. It could be a couple of spots. We do not need pause. I doubt it's here. I don't think I've ever seen it there. Yeah, I guess it is there. I bombed the keeper just because. Keep your judgment card. Cool bag. I mean, sure, I guess. Much money? $9.39. Okay. We're still clear to put a little bit in there, and that's fine. You don't really want to get it too high because you might do the same mistake I did a couple months ago where I accidentally donated more than $999 and blew it up. Again, this is after one one good tears upgrade, admittedly, but we are absolutely hurting. Oh, man, I do not want to fight Lamb with this damage. And yep. So I will take Perfection. Again, it's unlikely we're going to get hit more than once per room. So Holy Mantle really does kind of, in a way, influence what we take later on. You know, just based on our inability to at least not actively mitigate damage through mobility, but you can do it through just, you know, having a shield, and that's something that's pretty huge. I'm hoping that we get just a massive damage upgrade here, or at least a very good tier effect that we can go along with Jello with. Something like I mean, even a Brimstone would be nice. We haven't had Epiphora in a while either. Epiphora Jello is just so good. Ingram might be there. Right? There's the south side of the map. Honestly, give me the MVP right now being Contract from Below. Doubling up all these drops, including chests, especially that Eternal Heart that we got, was very nice. Now, if we just had a way to capitalize on this and turn it into, like, say, oh, I don't know, a Devil Deal item that's good enough, or maybe a Sacrifice Room, since we do have Old Bandage, that's going to allow us to maybe have a little bit of sustain there. Holy Mantle, of course, makes it nice so we can go into Curse Rooms for free and out for free as well. Sanguine Bond, I mean, I guess I'll take it. It's not really something that, like, I'm too high on right now. I'm much more high on playing the Sacrifice Room than playing Sanguine Bond. I think the potential to ball out of control here lies with a better chance of doing it via a Sacrifice Room than Sanguine Bond. So now the real question is, do we play the Sacrifice Room now, or do we wait till after the boss? And I think that we wait till after the boss, because we do want a Devil Deal, even though this will give up some of our HP, assuming that we do have a Devil Deal that we A, qualify for, and B, that we actually take. Get a double charge here on Jello, which is fine by me. We can bomb the Charge Beggar for a very high increase in likelihood of us getting a Devil Deal. Okay, and predictably, we do not get a Devil Deal, and also predictably, D-Bizzle still has not paid out with a single Soul Heart. All right, so now we go play the Sac Room. Let's hope that we get some good payouts here from Old Bandage, or at least, at the very least, get our 7 Soul Hearts back. Okay, so we failed on the teleport, failed on the Angel Room item. Oh, apparently we got hit by the bomb and not the Sac Room, so that's fun. All right. So this ended up being a total disaster of a floor. We didn't get anything that we wanted. And now we go into Womb 2 with very substandard DPS, and man. I'm not gonna say life's rough out here, Sarge, but we could use a little bit of help. was gonna use the world card now. Not gonna lie, D-Bizzle, you need to step it up, son. This is a pathetic performance. This is like Dallas Cowboys versus Packers pathetic. I don't even root for the Cowboys, but man, this is. I mean, you're 0 for like 10 right now. You got more payouts from like Tinted Rocks than you. A bunch of money and keys, which we do not need right now. We can bomb our way into the vault, which would save us 2 keys, which is good. It does cost us 2 bombs, but I think that's a fair trade. Well, ironically, now we have more bombs than keys, or more keys than bombs, but that's okay. Eternal Heart's fine. I mean, if we're not going to be able to get our our tears rate up and everything like that, then at least give us the ability to out tank the damage that we're going to be seeing. And it seems like that's what the game is wanting us to do at this point. Now, HP is important because we could still. This is our last chance for us to use Sanguine Bond. So we need to get some red hearts here, but we would also be giving up our Eternal Heart, which I'm not sure if I'm willing to do. You're done, DB. D-Bizzle, you're cooked this run. Back to your old DB ways. Got his contract. He's got his contract out here. Now that his contract year is over, he doesn't need to perform. He can just sit back and rake in the retirement cash. Well, we got hard workers out here like Jello and Little Steven. D-Bizzle just kind of sitting back and lounging. Someone out here is making a big time play. And we failed a 68% deal with the devil, which pretty much solidifies and confirms that the game wants us to out-tank stuff. We have the Soul of Judas, which if we have to use it in a pinch, we can. And use it right now, I guess. He fired that without looking at us or animating. That's something, game. Here comes the I'm feeling the schmoves coming on here. Yeah. Okay. For having Magic Mush, our damage is really not that great. For where we are. I mean, we're very, very average for this run. In a Magic Mush run of all things, this is a very mid run. Definitely need to be blowing up those blue fires. 21 bombs. We've literally been hit in every single room that we've been on so far on the cathedral. This is what it looks like. Now there's a sack room here, but this is not enough. And hit parade continues. We do not have enough HP on the ground to really facilitate a sacrifice room play here. A safe one, anyway. And it's like I was just saying, this run is very, very mid. Yeah, we quite literally got hit in every single room that we've been since starting the cathedral, and yeah, man, it still continues. Yeah, even though we're in a scene transition. Yeah, okay. Thank God we have the Holy Mantle here. So we got a Sun card. Now we can play the Sun card here. Let's fight Isaac first. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's fight Isaac first. Because we can use the Sun card to heal, and then we also have a World card for the next floor in the chest. So my plan here, and you probably already see it, is that we're going to use the Sacrifice Room, go down to 1 HP, use the Sun card, and then we'll see where our HP is at then. We can reevaluate. I am very reluctant to give up any HP at this point, too. So we can get a total of, I think, 8 taps before we go down to 1 HP. That's including the Sun card. Now, is this wise before going into the final run, the final level of the run? I don't know. Again, I'm really, really not trusting this run, despite us having Magic Mush. Magic Mush ain't everything, y'all. It's one of those items that kind of needs help to really shine. Bizzle just screwed us. Been doing this entire run. The sun. I really have to hope that we get a good payout here from Old Bandage, which we are not getting. We pretty much have to go for it here. You have 1 soul heart. And okay, so that is more like it. I did not mean to walk over the spikes there. Okay. With too much movement speed there. The secret room did get revealed thanks to the Sun card. So let's go back here and just go look at it real fast. Do not want the panic button. And a greed fight. No, you're done. You're done, D-Bizzle. You're done. I think this might be the worst Dark Bum that we've ever had, which is pretty impressive because we've had some bad Dark Bums, but this one has not paid out with a Soul Heart at all, and it's gotten ample opportunities to. Put this one on the highlight reel. Shadow's Halo. We can take the Book of Shadows. I don't think we need the Glowing Hourglass. Halo is going to give us a true all stats up, which helps a lot. It's too little too late to matter on this run, obviously, because like we're at the very end. So I can't even say that the effort was really there, game. You know what? I think that we adapted well and overcame any of the adversities that we were stricken with on this run. And I gotta say, thank goodness we had Holy Mantle and Jello. mainly Holy Mantle, because we would. I mean, I play a lot looser whenever I don't have when I do have Holy Mantle. I don't care quite so much about getting like way too close to enemies and that sort of stuff. So there's no telling whether or not, if I can't really truthfully say that if we didn't have Holy Mantle, we would have been dead. Just because I would have played a little bit differently without it. But it is nice to know that we overcame the bad start anyway. This is where I kind of wanted to have the glowing hourglass just in case we took some errant damage. We've actually skipped this entire room. Okay, let's stop taking damage against a singular gate. And we going on that concept we talked about yesterday with movement speed and mobility. Having too much movement speed is also a bad thing, and you're seeing it. You've seen the best and the worst of movement speed on this episode. Isaac sliding all around here, even when he's not even at 2.0 movement speed. That's the other danger of having high movement speed. Plus, you kind of like just go out of control after a little while. Eaton's Blessing. Our final tears up. Why not? So we are gonna get the dub here. It took a little while, but you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna actually take some damage here just because I want to recharge Jello. There we go. Now we can just use Book of Shadows and that'll be it. So yeah, a very mid run, I would say. Again, I got to give the MVP to Holy Mantle, and Contract from Below also did very well. And Jello, it's a try MVP. So it was something. It was definitely a run of the ages. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. Either way, it supports my channel. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you get notified when my newest videos go live daily here in the Mosh Pit. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Have a great Thursday, everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank the patrons of mine like Ode, Flotz Callan Cancini, and Michael McMaster. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.